How to configure VNet peering in Microsoft Azure. Something to note is that when you're configuring VNet peering in Azure, you cannot have overlapping address spaces like so right here. So I'm setting up two new VNets, peer 1 and peer 2, for demonstration purposes. To create those VNets, I'm going to use the Azure Cloud Shell and the AZ Network VNet create command. So I'm using AZ Network VNet create name test VNet peer 1, assign it to our test resource group, assign it to East US, and then give it a standard 10.00 prefix, subnet name, and subnet. And we let that run. I then run that command again with some slight changes to create my second peer VNet. We can verify we now have our peer VNets by going back to Azure Home, going back to Virtual Networks. And under the Virtual Network tab, you'll see we now have two new virtual networks, Test VNet Peer 1 and Test VNet Peer 2. The next step is to configure peering for those virtual networks. Go back to your home, go back to Virtual Networks, click on the virtual network. Under the virtual network menu, scroll down and you'll see peerings. Then click add to add a new peering. We're going to call this test peer 1. We'll choose our subscription, which is test subscription. For our virtual network, we'll choose test peer 2 as the network we want to peer with. To allow the VNets to actually communicate with each other, this option needs to be turned on. If you would like traffic forwarded from one VNet to the other, meaning traffic hits VNet, meaning traffic first hits peer 1 and then gets forwarded to peer 2 or vice versa, you would want this option enabled. If you wanted a gateway, or if you had a gateway in the way to control that traffic, you'd want this enabled, and this is for the back end. Next, you'll want to create a peering link name. For this peering link name, we can call this test peer 1 as well, and then we just hit add. We give this a minute or two to add. When it's done, you should see your first peer listed here, and it should show you remote and what it's connected to. You can see IP address space is 10.10.24. And that's it. If you enjoy this content, please go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe either here on TikTok or up above at my YouTube channel. Otherwise, stay blessed, boys. I'll see y'all next video.